All right. So, Craig, I'm gonna ask you this one though, actually, because you said it a couple weeks ago, and now it's come to fruition. Since both quarterbacks who were drafted number 1 and number 2, I believe in the 2016 NFL draft, you have to choose between Jared Goff and Carson Wentz. Who are you going with and why? You asked this, buddy.
No. Man, that's tough. I don't know, man. It's like a coin toss because they're both not like elite quarterbacks. Carson Wentz had like a MVP type season a few years ago. Like if I can get that Carson Wentz, then I would take Carson Wentz. If I know I was getting the 2017 Carson Wentz, 33 touchdowns Carson Wentz, then I'll probably take him.
Yes,
or I would definitely take him. I just think Carson Wentz Jared Goff has kind of benefited from a better defense, better wide receivers, better running overall, probably better running backs. Even though like 3 running backs together or 2 when they had two solid ones are better than the one. Maybe Sanders is I'll probably take Sanders over all the other 2 guys, over Brown and Henderson. Maybe not Akers. Maybe they're together, they're even. But I just think that the situation that Goff was in was a lot better of a situation than what Wentz has been in, at least the last couple of years anyway. Because the defense for the Rams is still a top like 2 or 3 defense in the league. I mean, they have Aaron Donald, probably the best pass rusher in the league, and then they have Jalen Ramsey, arguably the best cornerback or one of the best cornerbacks in the league. So it's kind of a toss up. I guess if I had to pick one, I probably would lean more towards Jared Goff. It's like you could ask me this 10 times, I might say each quarterback 5 times. I don't know, man. It's a tough one. I just think that Goff has kind of benefited from being in a better situation. Now, if you put Wentz in that situation and put Goff in the Eagles situation, maybe Wentz is like far and away the better quarterback. Maybe he has 4 or 5 really, really good seasons versus Jared Goff, who's had probably mediocre seasons, but he's been consistently getting to the not consistent getting to the playoffs, but he's been consistently he has a winning record, I believe. Overall, last year I think Wentz was 3-8-1 as a starter. So it's tough to decide, but I would probably lean a little bit towards Goff, like 51%, 49%.
Okay. All right. Mo, you had to choose between Jared Goff and Carson Wentz. Who you choosing?
Wow. It's tough, but I'm more overall body of work and more consistent body of work. So I take Jared Goff, but I do agree fully with what CJ was saying. Both have been given a different hand. I think Wentz would probably have almost the same success if given a total overall team like what Goff had. But still, we're just talking about overall what you've shown to me and overall leadership. I think I'll take Goff right now. Now, if you telling me based on the situation right now, what just happened today, I'll take Wentz because the team will be different. If we know Goff ain't gonna have better success from a team standpoint this year than what Wentz about to have. Let's just be honest here. You know what I'm saying? Does Goff have the chance to put up more stats? Yes, but that might be misleading because Detroit probably gonna be down a lot of games. So it might be misleading. It might be some stat stuffer because he got thrown the ball 40 times because they down 17-0 off the rip. Because their defense still horrible.
Okay. That's a good point, Joe. Who you got? Jared Goff or Carson Wentz?
It's kind of interesting, the roller coaster of their careers. So was it like 4 years ago when they got drafted? It was like, man, they traded a ton to get them. And then after the first 2 years, it's like, all right, it looks like it worked out. They both got their guys. And then as the 2 years have passed, they've both been traded, essentially dumped to other teams. It's kind of wild. Like Craig said, Goff had a way better situation, and he's been okay. He's probably been 15-ish in the right in the middle of the pack as far as production. But he's had some great players. Defense has been awesome. He had Pete Todd Gurley, Robert Woods, Brandon Cooks. Cooper Kupp, just a great offense, and McVay, and he hasn't put any spectacular numbers up. He's been good. Wentz is kind of up and down. Had a great year a couple years ago, a couple okay years, and then let's play a game right now. We're gonna say, is this Carson Wentz's stats or Drew Lock's stats? Who had more?
Okay. All right.
Who had more touchdowns last year?
Wentz.
I know Carson Wentz had 16. I'm gonna say a lot.
Wentz.
They both had 16.
Oh man.
Who had the most interception? Who had more interceptions last year?
Carson Wentz had 15. I know that.
Drew Lock.
They both had 15.
Oh my gosh.
Who had more passing yards last year?
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock by 300.
Golly.
Who had a better completion percentage?
Oh. Drew Lock.
Drew Lock. It's gotta be Drew Lock, man.
Carson Wentz by 0.1.
Oh.
And who had a better record last year?
Oh.
As a start.
Drew Lock.
Carson Wentz.
Drew Lock. 4-9 versus 3-8-1.
Just so close.
So I say this. I think this is Wentz's valley. I think this is the worst he'll play. I think he'll get better. But they essentially traded for Drew Lock, production-wise. And I don't know if you've watched as many Broncos games as I have, but I wouldn't trade for Drew Lock. So I guess I'm going to have to go Jared Goff, I think. But I don't feel good about it. So.
Wow. That's interesting, Joe. Essential. Drew Lock had a really bad year, and it was almost the same identical numbers to Carson Wentz.
They were both bottom 5 in all discernible metrics. It was them, Darnold, Trubisky, Foles.
Wow. So I would. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go Jared Goff. I mean, he was just in a better situation. He took advantage of it. Actually, I mean, he's a decent quarterback. I mean, he's middle of the pack. You could compare him to Kirk Cousins, probably. Good defense, good receivers, running game. You get paid $25+ million. Your average quarterback. So, but he does win. Now let's see if he does it in Detroit. But damn, Carson Wentz's ceiling is so high because we can see what he could do. And Mo had a good point. We're gonna see what he's gonna do this year, and he might have an extra battery in his pack because of how he's been treated. So we're gonna see. It's just, but still, this is a conundrum because I would probably draft Goff and then trade him like the French did. That doesn't sound good. But I would go with Goff. He's just, he's an average quarterback, but Wentz, that's crazy though. They're that close.